you're thinking about buying a metal building, these are the top questions we get asked about frequently. One of the biggest things people overlook when buying a steel building is the type of steel being used. At Armstrong Steel, we use galvanized secondary framing because it has the protective zinc coating that helps resist rust and corrosion over time. That matters because moisture, snow, humidity, and changing temperatures can slowly break down untreated steel. Galvanized steel helps extend the life of the building while reducing long-term maintenance. A lot of cheaper buildings cut corners here, but investing in a higher quality steel building up front can help save you thousands in repairs and upkeep. If you want a building designed to last for decades, the quality of steel matters more than most people realize. A lot of people think insulation is optional in a steel building, but it actually plays a huge role in comfort, energy savings, and protecting the inside of your building. Good insulation helps regulate temperature during both hot summers and cold winters. It also helps reduce condensation, which is one of the biggest issues metal buildings can face if they're not properly insulated. Without insulation, your heating and cooling systems will have to work way harder, which means higher utility bills month after month. At Armstrong Steel, we help customers choose insulation systems based on how the building is going to be used, whether it's a workshop, garage, warehouse, or commercial space.
A pre-engineered metal building is designed to make construction faster, stronger, and more cost-efficient. Instead of cutting and fabricating materials on site, the building components arrive engineered, pre-measured, and ready to assemble. That means faster construction timelines, lower labor costs, and fewer delays. Pre-engineered metal buildings are also incredibly durable. They're designed to handle harsh weather, require less maintenance than traditional construction, and can be customized for almost any application. Whether you need a shop, warehouse, garage, commercial building, or agricultural facility, a pre-engineered metal building gives you flexibility without sacrificing strength.
A lot of people assume wood is cheaper, but they don't always think about the long-term maintenance and durability. Wood structures can warp, crack, rot, and attract termites over time. They're also more vulnerable to moisture and fire damage. Steel buildings are built for long-term performance. They're resistant to pests, mold, and rot. They require far less maintenance throughout the life of the building. Steel also allows for wider clear spans, meaning you get more usable interior space without extra support columns getting in the way. When people compare upfront pricing alone, wood can seem attractive, but when you factor in longevity and maintenance, steel often becomes a smarter investment. One of the biggest mistakes first-time builders make is starting a project without finalized blueprints and engineered plans. A lot of people rush into pricing or construction before they fully understand their layout, dimensions, door placements, future expansion needs, or local permitting requirements. Accurate engineered drawings help prevent permit delays, expensive change orders, and unexpected problems during construction. At Armstrong Steel, engineered plans are a major part of making sure the building is designed correctly from the start. The more planning you do up front, the smoother and faster the entire project becomes.
A pre-engineered metal building, you're not just buying materials, you're cutting waste, time, and labor right out of the equation. These buildings are engineered and fabricated before they even hit your job site, which means crews aren't guessing, cutting, or reworking on site. That translates to faster build times, lower labor costs, far fewer change orders, and delays. Here's where most people miss the real savings. Steel buildings are built to last. That means significantly lower maintenance, fewer repairs, less money spent year after year compared to traditional construction. While the upfront numbers might surprise some people, the total cost of ownership is where pre-engineered metal buildings really win. For a lot of customers, it's not just affordable, it's the smartest financial decision they've made on a project.
Steel building timelines aren't long, they're just misunderstood. From signed order to delivery, most pre-engineered metal buildings run about 90 to 120 days total, and that includes design and engineering. Once the design is finalized, we typically produce a full set of structural plans in about 4 to 6 weeks. From there, the next phase is key. The building does not go to fabrication until the customer officially releases it, and that usually happens after permits are approved. Once released, fabrication and delivery together typically take about 60 to 90 days, depending on size and complexity. That sequence matters because most customers don't release to fabrication until they have their permits in hand. That's what allows for adjustments if needed before production. So the timeline isn't random, it's structured. Design, engineering, permits, then fabrication and delivery.
Tube steel buildings are often used for smaller or budget-driven projects, but they come with structural and execution differences that matter more than most buyers realize. Tube steel frames are typically built from square or rectangular tubing, often require a higher degree of on-site fabrication and modification during construction. That means more cutting, more welding, more adjustments. That added field work can lead to longer construction timelines, more labor coordination, increased overall build costs, especially when condition changes or adjustments are needed during erection. A true pre-engineered metal building system from Armstrong Steel is designed differently from the start. Every component is engineered, detailed, and fabricated in advance to bolt together efficiently on site. That level of precision reduces field fabrication, improves build speed, and allows for larger clear spans, more consistent quality control, and better performance under engineered snow and wind load based on your exact location. In short, tube steel is more build as you go, while a pre-engineered metal building is engineered before it ever hits the site. For a buyer, think in terms of total cost, schedule, and long-term performance. That difference becomes hard to ignore.
That wraps it up for our top questions about pre-engineered metal buildings. If you have any other questions, leave a comment below or reach out to us on our website and somebody will get back to you.